The V8 engine is on its way out. Dodge just killed the Hemi, Mercedes dropped V8s from their AMG models entirely, and electric cars are taking over. But before these legends are gone for good, we're counting down the 10 mightiest, most insane V8 engines that were ever built. Number 10, the Mercedes-AMG M178 LS2. Horsepower, 816. Kicking off our list at number 10, we have the Mercedes-AMG M178 LS2. Now, we know what you're thinking. LS, that sounds like a Chevy thing, right? Well, no, this is a totally different beast. This thing makes a ridiculous 816 horsepower in the Aston Martin Valhalla. 816. From a 4-liter engine. Now, that's nuts. So why is this engine so cool? Well, it's what they call a flat plane crankshaft. Most V8s have a cross plane setup, but the flat plane basically makes this thing run like it's two 4-cylinders that decided to move in together. It's super smooth, it's less weight, and they have better exhaust flow. And it sounds completely different from your typical American muscle V8. It's more like a Ferrari scream than an American rumble. Number 9. Ford Mustang Shelby GT500 KR V8, 900 horsepower. Number 9 brings us some serious American muscle. The Ford Mustang Shelby GT500 KR. The KR stands for King of the Road, and with over 900 horsepower, it definitely lives up to the name. Ford already had the regular GT500 with 760 horsepower, which is crazy enough in and of itself, but then Shelby American went completely bonkers with it. They threw on a bigger 3.8-liter supercharger, cold air intakes, and better intercoolers, basically everything you'd do if you won the lottery and wanted to make your Mustang a complete monster. Number 8. Czinger 21C V8, 950 horsepower. For number 8, we've got something completely different. The Czinger 21C V8. Now this one blows our minds because of how tiny it is. We're talking about a 2.9-liter V8. That's smaller than the engine in a Toyota Camry. But somehow, this little monster makes 950 horsepower. That's not a typo, 950. But how the heck do they do it? Well, this thing revs to 11,000 RPM. Most V8s are redlining around 6,500 to 7,000 RPM, but this thing just keeps going. It's got a flat plane crank, twin turbos, and was developed by this small California company most people have never heard of. It's like the exact opposite of the old American muscle car philosophy of no replacement for displacement. This is pure engineering insanity. Number 7, the Ultima Evo Supercharged LS, 1,020 horsepower. Coming in at number 7, we've got something most people have never even heard of before, the Ultima Evo. This is one of those cars where you're like, who makes that? Some tiny British company that nobody knows, but they're definitely not messing around. So this thing's got a supercharged LS V8 making 1,020 horsepower. And here's the kicker. The whole car weighs about 2,100 pounds. That's lighter than a Mazda Miata. Can you imagine? It's like strapping a rocket to a skateboard. They're not telling exactly what they did to this LS to get that kind of power, but who cares? The numbers are insane. 0 to 60 in 2.3 seconds. 0 to 100 in under 5. Now that's just stupid fast. But the best part is that it isn't some computer-controlled all-wheel drive paddle shift nonsense like all the modern hypercars. This is old school. Rear-wheel drive, manual transmission. No driver aids, no traction controls, nothing. Just 3 pedals, a stick shift, and a whole lot of prayers. Number 6. Dodge Hellephant C170, 1,025 horsepower. Number 6 on our list is pure American muscle, the Dodge Hellephant C170. This beast feels like Dodge's way of saying, sure, the Hemi is on its way out, but we're sending it off with a roar so loud you'll hear it from miles away. This monster makes 1,025 horsepower and 945 pound-feet of torque on E85. That's absurd. Even if you're running regular pump gas, you still get 900 horsepower. Do you remember when the original Viper was shocking people with 400 horsepower? Yeah, this makes more than double that. The coolest part is Dodge will sell you one of these for your project car. Just write a check for 30 grand and they'll hand you a 1,000 horsepower engine in a crate. For the price of a decent family sedan, you can have an engine that'll turn rear tires into smoke faster than you can say Mopar or no car. This thing is America in engine form. Completely excessive, ridiculously powerful, and absolutely perfect. Number 5, the Chevrolet LT7, 1,064 horsepower. And number 5, we've got the Chevy LT7 from the new Corvette ZR1. Now, Corvette people always want to tell you about their engines. Oh, it's an LS this, or it's an LT that. But this LT7 is actually kind of worth bragging about. First off, it makes 1,064 horsepower from a factory Corvette engine, mind you. If you told us 20 years ago that Chevy would be selling a 1,000 horsepower Corvette straight off the showroom floor, we would have laughed in your face, but here we are and we're not laughing. What's wild about this engine is it's got a flat plane crank like a Ferrari, but it's a big 5.5 liter V8. Normally flat plane engines are smaller because they vibrate like crazy when they get too big. But Chevy engineers accepted the challenge and they somehow made it work. It revs to 8,600 RPM and sounds like nothing else on the road. To make all that power, they've got twin turbos pushing 24 pounds of boost. Now, for perspective, that's like a lot. Most factory turbo cars run maybe 8 to 15 psi. This thing is in another league. GM says the ZR1 hit 233 miles per hour in testing, making it the fastest American car ever. Although we're sure Hennessey and SSC would like a word about that claim. Number 4, the Saleen S7 LM V8, 1,500 horsepower. Alright, now we're getting into the really crazy stuff. Number 4 is the Saleen S7 LM 7.0 liter twin turbo V8, 1,500 horsepower, and that's also not a typo, 1500. The S7 has been around for a while. It showed up in 2000 with only 550 horsepower, which was a big deal back then. Then they added twin turbos and bumped it to 750. But in 2017, Steve Saleen decided that wasn't nearly enough, so they completely reimagined the engine and somehow extracted 1,500 horsepower from it when running E85. The crazy thing? This was 2017. These days, we're kind of numb to crazy horsepower numbers because every other week some hypercar is claiming 1,500 plus horsepower, but back then, this was mind-blowing. For context, the Bugatti Chiron had just come out with 1,479 horsepower from a 16-cylinder engine, and here's Saleen matching it with half the cylinders. And get this, they only planned to build 7 of them, but word is they only made 3 before calling it quits. So not only is this one of the most powerful V8s ever, it's also one of the rarest. So if you ever see one, you should probably buy a lottery ticket because that's like spotting Bigfoot riding a unicorn. Number 3, Koenigsegg Jesko Absolut V8, 1,600 horsepower. Okay, so number 3 on our list is just ridiculous. And get this, it makes that power from a 5-liter engine. You want to know what's nuts about Koenigsegg? They build everything themselves. The crankshaft in this engine weighs like 27 pounds, and because it's so light, this thing can rev like crazy. They're saying it could theoretically hit 310 miles per hour. That's like a commercial airplane takeoff speed. So put that into perspective on a car. Number 2, SSC Tuatara V8, 1,750 horsepower. Number 2 is the SSC Tuatara. American-made, 1,750 horsepower. Almost 2,000 horsepower. From an engine smaller than a lot of truck V8s, the turbos on this thing are pushing 30 psi of boost. These guys actually tried to set the production car speed record and said they hit 316 miles per hour, but then there was all this drama about how they measured it. So they did another run and still hit 282 miles per hour. The cool thing is, this isn't Ferrari or Lamborghini. It's this little company from Washington State that most people have never heard of, and they're out here building absolute monsters. Number 1, Hennessey Fury, 1,817 horsepower. And finally, we have our king. Number 1, the Hennessey Fury, 1,817 horsepower. It's based on a GM engine block, but honestly, that's like saying the space shuttle is based on a paper airplane. This thing makes so much power, they had to beef up literally everything. It's got these massive turbos pushing 23 pounds of boost. During testing, they hit 221 miles per hour in just a half mile. A half mile! That's barely enough room for most cars to get up to highway speed. So, which of these V8 monsters would you want in your dream garage? Let us know in the comment section below, and if you're as passionate about cars as we are, don't forget to click that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Also, if you're wondering which one I wanted, it's the Koenigsegg Jesko Absolut V8. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.